Hayal Zenosis, and this is part 2 of the Magician Challenge run, or basically a hard mode run. So, yeah. So we now have the scimitar and the crystal cloak. We did have the gladiator before that was allowed, because obviously skill is a magic casting boss fight, obviously, and stuff like that. But of course also these guys down here are technically spellcasters as well, by the way. So yes, so you know, because these guys can drop ice mail, which, you know, and ice cream. I thought that these were the guys with ice brand, but I'm guessing not. Like, I don't remember where ice brand was from them, because I'm pretty certain that I've seen ice brand as a drop, because I don't think it is supposed to be from frozen halves. No, the ice brand is actually from the fish heads. So the thing is, do the fish heads count as being magic casters? Now these are obviously magic casters, of course, because you actually see them cast spells and stuff like that. And the ice mail would be a pretty big deal, by the way, because you know, like a lot of things here do ice. Well, not everything. It mainly is the frozen shades, but the ice mail will also be good, because there's quite a few things in the game that can cast ice, especially the fact that in Castle 2 the Sylpha can cast ice is one of the elements she can cast. And obviously, right, we will see how we will allow the whole rock stuff to be, by the way. By the way, is this... That's where one of the knuckles are, right? Because, yeah. Because, right, sometimes it has to do, like, okay, like, what do you consider the boss area to be for certain enemies, right? Like how much of the area of certain places are, like, boss enemies and stuff like that, you know? And the reason why I don't allow spell casting on these guys are pretty obvious, because, you know, you're gonna take a lot of damage if you try to spell cast. Here, if you don't get it quickly, you know, and stuff like that, it's really bad. Yeah, they are way worse on the way up than on the way down. I'm not gonna do any more farming than that. There is an easier place coming up when you can kill them and stuff like that. So again, right, like, I'm trying to spellcast as much as possible, but obviously, right, it's just that the run will be extremely slow if you have to spellcast on everything and elements of that. And you might say, oh, it's not a true magician run if it's not the majority is spellcasting, but then it's like, okay, like, but it's not that it's hard technically. Yes, okay, oh, haha, you cannot do the input quick enough. And then imagine, right, if instead, like, okay, like, I could have used continued on grinding the moments for several hours, right, and the first 5 parts of this would have been like grinding. Of course, obviously, you would never want to grind there at the moments and stuff like that, but we might have, you know, ended up grinding in the library, because the library is like a good place to grind in, or whatever, right, because, you know. Now, of course, the thing is, right, that the fish heads, I mean, the fish heads, that looks more like a spell than them used breathing fire, right? Because of the fact that, here's the thing, right, why is this a spell? Their eyes glow, and then they shoot it, basically, meaning that they're conjuring it up. Because the fire breath, for example, like, when you say that, oh, it's something fire breathing, clearly the mermaids are fire breathing because they're spitting out the fire, they're not casting a spell. But the fact that you see that they glow, so they're gathering like energy or whatever, and then they do it. You might say, oh, but that's still the same thing, you know, and stuff like that, yeah, you know. Yeah, and we have technically no way over there yet, and by the way, so yeah, so you know, that is something. I will allow this pentagram to be picked up, by the way. So we have a pentagram that can be used. Let's go and get the secret boots if possible. No! Saluda me! Don't get hit by this now, though. Don't get hit. Yeah, this is probably the easiest frozen shade farm, to be honest. I wonder if it otherwise possible to clip through the beach with just a old stool, if that is possible otherwise. I mean, I know a few of the clip locations, I don't know everything in clip locations. Let's go do this first here. Normally I feel like you're meant to use this later, by the way, this thing here. Yeah, let's do it now. Now we don't have really any progression items so far, by the way, technically, except for the, you know, the Euro Open. We've already heard this guy, by the way, so yeah. We're not gonna take a water bath, not with this kind of health or a potion. That's probably not worth getting though. But yeah, you might say, oh, get the holy symbol now, because yeah, the holy symbol allows us to get some things right and stuff there, but yeah. I think there are gonna be certain enemies that maybe I wouldn't consider spellcasters at first, but it's just that, okay, these enemies, unless I decide to grind from them, you know, and stuff like that. And then here's the thing, right, I don't want to do too much grinding, that's the thing, right, that I want to try and avoid grinding as much as possible, right, and that means that we have to get lucky from certain of the magician enemies. Because here's the thing, right, if there is a certain enemy that we can grind from, but there's only one of them, then it's gonna be too slow, and stuff like that. And I feel right that the Fire Demon, for example, you could say that, oh, the Fire Demon definitely can cast 5 spells. Sure. It can cast 5 spells, you know, but, you know, we did pick up there, yeah, some of those, man. Right now, Frozen Shade Farm. Now I thought about going to the waterfall, of course, you know, and stuff that, but, you know, it would be really bad because there's no way to get that health there again. Right now, these would probably be easier to cast a spell against and stuff that, so yeah. Now, if I remember correctly, their drop rate is not that horrible and stuff that, you know. The drop rate for the item is not that bad, all things considered. We're at 16 intelligence, by the way, but we don't have any like spellcasting gear yet, really. We don't have anything that increases our intellect yet. So that is something also that we need to get to certain locations very as quick as possible. But the reason why we want the ice mail, I think this is one of the few armors that we can technically get. There are very few things that are actually quote-unquote armor pieces that spellcasters are using. Stuff like that. And you might say that, oh, the Duron, you would have been allowed to use the hide craze. That's correct, but then what would be the point of farming the hide craze when you know you can get the ice mail from these, and these are clearly spellcasters? Like, because yes, you can argue that a lot of enemies are spellcasters. Oh, this enemy breathes fire, that's a spell, spellcasting. But it's right, like, because mermaids are not spellcasters. But the Diplocephalus, which very clearly casts a fireball, the upper part of the body, she is a magic user, and she is a spellcaster. You know, because he controls the beast also and stuff that, you know, like it's not, you know. Yeah. But the ice mail also as an armor is not the greatest thing in the world, really, to be honest, you know. The ice mail is pretty bad. So, yeah. And of course, if something reads that it's a spellcasting in the description, that's also changes things, right? But if some, you know, and stuff that, but yeah. But again, it needs to say it in the description, like, not that, okay, nice, there we go, ice mail. So that's the ice mail right there, that brings us up to 13, which is stronger than the Iron Cuirass. Not stronger than the alcohol mail, of course. Stronger than the ice-based attacks. Let's kill this guy, her as well. So the question is, do we use library card now? Yes, we do. Because obviously now we have 13 in defense and stuff that, which is nice.
Young master and a card. How about this?
We can sell a garnet. And as I said, magic missile would definitely count as being allowed and stuff that to be gotten in the shop and stuff that. And none of these are a spellcast cloak, except of course you could argue right that elves cast spells. But yeah, it's just, you know. Now there are definitely things that you could argue are like parts of spells. Like all of the elemental sources technically from spells, but they need to be dropped from spellcasters to be allowed.
How about this?
Okay, let's go in on the thingy here again and go over the spellcasters again. I'm gonna need to do this right, because you might not have seen all the parts and stuff that, you know. Gaben and Slog are not spellcasters, so of course, obviously. First spellcast is Diplocephalus, because, you know, because obviously she is casting the spell and stuff that, so yeah. And it can drop Pentagram and then a food item, I'm pretty certain. They can drop Magic Missile, but, you know, they only have regular rifles. You could technically say that the Stone Rose is a spellcaster, but it's not, because it's using seeds and stuff that, so yeah. Doppelganger can of course spellcaster because, and it's not really because of the wingspan, it's because it can use mist, and it will use mist if you try to cast spells on it. Book of Beginner spells, this is definitely a spellcaster. Lord Magically Enlarged, that does not make it a spellcaster though. This one you could argue is a spellcaster, but not always. But I said that I would only allow the rapier if, you know, if we use opposites. So ice wielding female spirit is wielding, by the way, means that it controls it and it casts it. It casts it as spells. That's obviously a spellcaster. This is not a spellcaster, even though it's called Magic Tome, because it's a book of ancient weapons. It does not cast it as a spell. It just opens up and, you know. Mythological Seamaster skill is definitely a spellcaster. That's just, you know, that's not even needs to be argued, you know, so yeah.
How about this?
But yeah, now that we have done this, by the way, that we have done this, we could of course go back down to the where the horseman is and stuff that, but, you know, that's gonna be a bit bad to do. We still need to hit on the books, and they drop the pentagram as well, so yeah, so alternative ways to get the pentagram, and the pentagram will be allowed to be used because they obviously dropped, you know, so yeah. Now if this guy would have dropped a hide curace the first time we went through, we would have of course obviously allowed that to be used, yeah. And we're killing these mostly right to see also if the money drops from them and stuff that, because yeah, you might say, oh, what's the point of money, you know, and stuff that. I mean, technically, I don't think we're going to be able to get like the duplicator and stuff that, even if you would get like all black. But it's like dependent on certain things, right? Because yeah, because will we allow certain elemental swords, maybe, you know, and stuff that? Because, you know, even if they are on spellcasters, because I mean, like having to spend 10,000 on the thing can be a bit of a challenge. Well, not really, right? But it's, you know. I would only allow to buy it if I would have a lot of money left. Otherwise, right? But yeah. But the Hellfire Beast obviously is a spellcaster. But the Hellfire Beast does not drop the Town Brand though. Which again is a bit weird in my opinion, why it doesn't, right? But yeah. But then if I would be better at the spellcasting inputs, you know, I used to be really good at them for a while at least, but yeah. But again, right, if we get lucky, for example, and it drops the rapier, then we are allowed to use the rapier. But I don't know if the rapier technically is better than the scimitar or not. Okay, let's go up with the elevator. We're actually going to go to the save station here first to recover our health. And I've been seriously thinking about going to Clock Tower actually at this point. Because here's the thing, right? The thing only breaks at certain very specific locations is where the thing breaks. And stuff like that, and I'm pretty certain that if we just take it slowly and we kill some of the ghost enemies with spells from the distance, then you can just easily make it through and stuff that, you know, and stuff that, then we should be able to easily make it through. So yeah, so the first one is not gonna be hard, or I mean, it could be hard, but you know. Come on. Come on, you bugger. Come on. I'm over here. Come and get me. Wait. We can still do this. Come on. Nah. Yeah, I mean, we can still do this if we... Will you please? Hello, can you please, like, I don't know, can you use, you know... Can you please, like, you know, I don't know... No! We cannot miss thrice, right? We cannot, like, move thrice. No, you need to do it on the, like, you jump up, you rise a bit. Yeah, we can't do it, I don't think. Damn it. That was gonna be so great also. But because, see, here's the thing, like, I think we jump to... What do the platforms respawn here? Black, does it... or do we need to fully reset the area is the question. Boom. I know that we can do this actually if he... Come on. Come on, you bugger. Come on. Hell yeah! Can I get a hell yeah? Oh, we could have used them to get that again. Huh. No! We always started. Damn. And I know that we can do that on the guard. We can do the whole jump thing on the guard. I know we could do it. See, we did the setup there and everything, and then I just went to Black Overboard there. I forgot that the platform is actually pretty close there. Like, I keep thinking that we're not gonna make it, but yeah. But that's gonna be enough for tries today. I know that I've done it before and stuff that, like, I used to know exactly where the point is when you jump. It's just that I just need to train that. I just need to do it over and over and over and over until I, like, get it every time, basically. Because I know that I've done it before, you know. Oh, it's out already. There was just a little bit left there in the bottom, but yeah. That's not great. Actually, let's do the proper way, by the way. Even though we technically already sequence breaked, kinda. Except no, not really, right? Because they clearly intended you to be able to go down into the caverns and stuff like that. And what I'm guessing, right, is that you were supposed to go down in caverns, kill Skilla, get the thing, get the Horseman, get the probably, not the holy symbol, because you would need to go down again. And then basically you were supposed to go all the way around there, come out where the mermaids were basically, and then you would have to go all the way to Alchemy Lab again, and then go to the left, and then go to Chapel basically. Because that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna go to the Chapel, we're gonna do this the classical route, really. But I feel like the majority of people actually went to the underwater caverns, Red Rust dropped. That's pretty funny. Oh, I heard this Jenny spellcasting. Oh, and then it's like, you know. But yeah, it's just that, you know, like. I think it is that you need 2 forms for it to work technically, but yeah, now we can also go and get these, so there are certain things that we can get now that we could not technically get before. Now, some people might argue also because of the description of certain items that should be allowed, but it cannot work like that, right? Because then, like, every single like resistant to a certain element would work, and then a lot of the game would just become easy. And of course, at that point, if you would allow yourself to use all the circlets that absorb an element, right? Because like a lot of bosses do follow some of those elements and stuff there, because yeah, that would definitely change things. Definitely get that cash though. Cash, man. Right, and now we can go to the chapel. Now the chapel don't have any spellcasting enemies. Wait, I mean technically there could be one thing that we could consider spellcasting in the chapel. Technically. What is it? What is it? The animals, right? Hippogriff? Or is it part lion, eagle? Is it part lion, eagle?
Alucard, wasn't it? We meet again.
So it seems.
As friendly as ever, I see. It's strange. This castle's different than I remember it.
This castle is a creature of chaos.
Here's the thing, really, technically. These voices are better, and because of the fact that these voices are better,
Well, there's nothing for it.
then that makes it so that it's actually bad, because people like the bad voices and stuff that, because it was hilarious and stuff that, you know. And stuff that, and now they sound more like normal, they just sound like, okay, like, you know. Because the original did not use professional voice actors or anything, but I don't know how professional quote unquote these voice actors are. These are like, you cost 50 billion. Haha, that's a cheap voice actor. And yeah, you could argue with this that, oh, this is a forest camouflage, right? That if you consider it like, you know, the thing. Come on, man. But bone pillars are clearly, like, you could also argue that they are spellcasters and stuff like that, but yeah. Yeah, you just need to do it quickly, the input, then you get it every single time. You can actually speed input this. Yeah, That's the best thing actually with this plate, by the way, is that you can also, like, you can get out several at once, but it's not always the greatest thing to do. This bucket ball enemy, that was gonna be a bit of an issue, not gonna lie. I wonder if you can soul steal it though, because we have 85 now as the maximum MP. Okay, new stat discovered. I don't know that that was enough to kill it. Use the regular Hellfire there, and then use the immunity. I didn't know that that worked at all. That was interesting. Yeah, that's not a spellcaster enemy. I would like to kill the puppet sword though. Let's. I don't know why we're getting. Why are we getting that when we're casting? Trying to cast. Why are we getting this instead of soul steal? That was where I swear I did the same input there. I swear. Wait, is there anything that you can get from this side? You cannot get to the shield, right? Or is the shield via this side? No, you can get the shield via this side. Because I'm also starting to think, right, like what bosses are spellcasters and then what are technically after the boss. What would be the quote-unquote reward room and stuff, that, you know, is the question. Yeah, this section would be annoying if all we would do is cast spells here, so life max up, health max up, or no strength potion. Set plate. I don't know what that was. What was that? Oh, I think that was a potion, I'm pretty certain. I don't think it was him that dropped something. We are gonna need to spellcast on the enemy here. Let's allow the holy book now and stuff that. Because it makes sense that you are allowed to pick up the holy book in the chapel and stuff that, you know. Then maybe our spellcasting has gotten good enough at this point, you know, or whatever, right? You know, maybe the book had a certain requirement to use. This is a circle course. And what's coming up now? Now you can obviously say that it's spell casting because of that, you know, and stuff that. Yeah, the book would definitely be spell casting, by the way. Because of the fact that it's charged, it's not like fire breathing, because it looks like it's doing lightning and then turning it into fire and stuff like that. That's, you know, because I definitely don't call that a fire breath. slash there, so. There we go, that's not that bad.
You look like you're doing well for yourself.
And you didn't come here to flatter me.
True. Do you know the name Richter Belmont?
Belmont? Of course. Why?
He disappeared about a year ago. I'm sure he's here now. If you see him, please let me know.
It's a fart. Oh, shit. Anyway, so yeah, so Teta Spirit is really good, of course, when you get to cast it. Oh, we have an end dot. Doesn't matter at all. Oh no, what the? So right, so whatever is here is what will have to be allowed then if we count this as being spellcast, because this is the only technically room after that. Anyway, I wouldn't allow the drop there from the bone hardware use because it's, well, because it would have to be like the things that are in the next room or next room. You know, if there is no reward in the first room or whatever, right? Because you know, you might say that, oh, but Hippogriff used black fire breath. I would say that normally he would use fire breath, but the fact that it looks like he's doing something with lightning first, because that's very clearly lightning, you know. So that would mean that Cutlass would be allowed. And Cutlass is stronger, slightly stronger than their Scimitar. So yeah, not much of an upgrade and stuff like that, but yeah. I might say, oh, but if you would have been used to using spells at this point, then, you know, like, things would have been way harder and stuff like that. Which is definitely true. And this is, of course, where we get the double jump, by the way. And we technically don't have a library card, right? Nope. I could have bought library cards, of course, obviously. We do have an Aquamarine Circle, which is pretty decent, and we will get another ring here, of course, as well. We don't need to go to the door yet, because that's going to be the teleporter, but yeah. Right, we're gonna have to teleport out the ball, probably. I do not mean to use the book tip, by the way. Yeah, you can turn in there, by the way, with the slap. I might say, oh, why do you call this hard mode and stuff like that, but it's just, you know, the boss fights might not be hard yet, but there are going to be some bosses that are going to be very, very annoying to have to turn in spellcast against and stuff like that, especially depending on how far we go with the whole spellcasting thing and stuff like that. Like, normally you might say, oh, don't allow any black weapons at all, like even if they would be a reward for like spellcasting or whatever, right? You know, that could be true. You know, and stuff that like only armor should be allowed or whatever, but yeah. And it looks like maybe we will allow it to like be removed once we have enough like intelligence and stuff that then after that point we're only allowed spellcasting. With the double jump did not do anything for us there at that point. I'm trying to think, right, because if, like what we classify as, like I also thought that the move that he does with the birds is used, that's not a spell that he's doing, he has birds living in his wings or something like that, right, and then the other spell that he can do, the one, or I mean, he does have that in other Castlevania games. I don't know if he has it in this one, the one where he fires the blue things, like the one, but also both, obviously, like top feathers that he shoots. Because then you would have to argue that the harp is a spellcaster, but it's clearly not. We could go and defeat Lesser Demon in the library. Yes, Lesser Demon in the library. Even though we would need mist here normally, right? But it's better to clear it now and stuff that. By the way, I will probably use 2-3 parts today of these, you know, and stuff that, so this can be uploaded tomorrow or something like that. Depending, of course, when the other clips got uploaded and stuff like that. And I will probably do the pre-order, by the way, of the Tomb Raider today. It's actually interesting that they're actually coming with a technical expansion for those games. I forgot if those expansion adds like bonus level to the main game, right? If it's just like new levels that take place in certain places, you know. Or if they also come back with new weapons, right? Because, you know. Because it would be bad if you would have to launch the expansions separately or whatever, right? Or, you know. Again, we're killing books here just because, you know, the money, but also if pentagram drops. Because again, I've said, you know, that the pentagram is from the spell books and they are clearly spellcasters. Because it says a book of beginner spells. So it's part of spells there. And Magic Tome I don't consider, even though it's called Magic Tome. You know, I don't consider it a spellcaster. Even though they technically are doing the same thing, right? Because the book is clearly not casting a spell. But it's just, you know, that's how it is. It is what it is. Thousand holy. Now you might say, oh, you just allow some of the elemental weapons and stuff that, you know, maybe at some point. Poison? Yeah, that's not good. So yeah, of course we have gotten the... I'm gonna check though, by the way, I'm gonna check here with the uploads here. Yeah, we did do the uploads, right? I'm pretty certain that I did the uploads. But then how come they're already uploaded? That like seems very quick. Because normally 3 clips like that would take a really long time to upload, so did something happen? I don't think anything happened. What am I doing? Oh right, because I'm poisoned, that's why I'm doing so weak damage. I'm not poisoned for a long time though. I'm almost dead. Here we go. There we go. The weird soul still on this boss is the question though. Okay, there we go. It is funny how it makes skeleton noises basically pretty much. Alright, we cannot really... We have not enough MP for that. won't be, that's the thing, problem. Alright, we cannot even cast with the pentagram with that. Uncurse. Should we snipe it? Okay, it did not die from that. Wow, it did not even die from 3 of those. And those are allowed, by the way, because, you know, I've said that they are from spellcasting. So... I mean, we did a majority of spellcasting against that boss, to be honest. We did a lot of spellcasting there. Right, and we used up the majority of the stuff that we could use there and stuff that, like, because, you know... Now that guy obviously says that he's blood heat, like the lesser demon that he's a demon that casts magic and stuff that, you know, that's clearly in the description. So the stuff here is the reward Takemitsu, which of course is bad. Takemitsu is bad, by the way. Yeah, Takemitsu is bad, so that's not going to be really useful. And then it's just an Onyx and a Frankfurter. Now, could you say that the thing up there, the Holy Rod, would be allowed? Is the question, right? And it's something that makes sense, right, to be a spellcaster weapon because it's a rod style weapon, right? Because maybe I should have had the rule of not allowing swords, you know, and allow stuff like the Holy Rod because the Holy Rod is clearly a rod, right? And rods are for spellcasting usually. I wouldn't say that the Morning Star would be a spellcasting weapon or whatever, right? Because yeah. But it feels cheap if we would go with the Holy Rod. But right, so I won't allow the Holy Rod, by the way, but I will allow another thing, by the way. I think at least. So what I will allow is I will allow the Ancient Mask, I think. But I'm also gonna check the Holy Rod room because I think there's more than just the Holy Rod in there, if I remember correctly, but I might be misremembering, of course. That could entirely be the case as well. Okay, so now we have MP exactly for 2 Soul Steals at level 18, which you know is pretty good. How quick have we been? 1 hour 33 minutes. So that's the Stone Mask, because I believe the Stone Mask is actually intelligence, yes. Ancient Ceremonial Stone Mask. That I would count as the rod. And then this being a hidden passage basically, so yeah, to pass Circlet and Holy Rod though. To pass is stronger. But gives me no defense, just to pass. And how much stronger is the Holy Rod? Anointed Rod? Man, it's... Do I allow that? I mean, if this is the last one we record, I mean, is this the third part or is this just the second part? I think this is just the second part still that we're doing and stuff that. I'm pretty certain this is just still the second part that we're doing, otherwise because I'm gonna then have to make sure that this is the third part if that is the case, you know, and stuff that, because, you know. Because I'm not going to start recording the next part and then it being part 4, you know, and stuff like that, because that would be really bad. But now we have pretty decent intelligence because of that. Now we have 29 intelligence because of the 12 circlets. We have 10 intelligence somehow. Wait, is it 10 intelligence on the Topaz? Yeah, it is. 10 intelligence on the Topaz circlet. That's actually pretty good. Not gonna lie, that's actually very, very decent. How much longer? Okay, so 15 more minutes, technically. So yeah. I mean, if we get far enough in these 15 minutes, then I will probably used to do 2 recordings of this today, you know, so because yeah. I mean, so obviously, right, we want to go and get mist. That's just, you know, that's just an absolute no-brainer and stuff that, but yeah, but you know, I think it makes sense, right, to allow to at least allow the, you know, the circlet and stuff that. Just because that makes the spellcasting stronger, but of course I won't like, just because of course more spellcasting goes in stronger, right, I won't like spellcast against every enemy, and keep in mind that normally, right, that I could just skip these enemies. I wouldn't need to fight these enemies at all, you know, and stuff that, and that could be something, you know, it's just actually kill the books there, but then we're gonna skip enemies, down there basically, because the books are really the only thing interesting to kill here. Because of the fact that they can drop i the pentagram or the money. Because here's the thing, right, if we, let's say we would count Castleman as a spellcaster for a while, right? The only thing that would allow us to get is the Falchion. Really, to be honest, because I won't consider the other stuff at the upper part where the ghost card is. I wouldn't consider the stuff there to be allowed, basically, pretty much. Yeah, this is the wrong way. We need to head to Cross Colosseum. That's what we need to do. Cross Colosseum. And keep in mind also, I'm trying to be as strict as possible on the whole term of like what is a spellcast and stuff that, you know, and you know, they might say, oh you're doing it just to make the run go quicker, and yeah, sure, right, because the thing is that so you might say, oh, but that's more challenging. So it is more challenging to take it like extremely slow and use 2 spells on every boss, but then the thing is, okay, like then we would have to wait a bunch and stuff that. And clearly also that we need to go back to the chapel, by the way, just so we can get the once we have the bat form or whatever, once we have the bat, basically we can go and get the things there. One of them is a mystic pendant, which will allow from that, even though it's not from a spellcasting enemy. I'm not down there. Because there's nothing else we can do down there technically except for some of those men. We get holy symbol. Just of that. And I mean, which is not bad, but technically I don't remember if we could get over the waterfall with just the double jump. Maybe we can, you know, and stuff there, because yeah. Keep in mind that I will have a certain tier system with what spells I will allow and stuff that, you know, because yeah. It's open still, that's good. Now here's the thing, right? What would you consider about a Minotaur werewolf? They're obviously not spellcaster, right? Because Minotaur is clearly doing an uppercut, and werewolf is like you throwing like a fireball or whatever, right? But they're not spellcasters. Now there are also interesting arguments though that technically these are Doldrock's rewards. This room in here that these keys or Nyckeln and then broadsword would be, but I don't think that no, broadsword is stronger than the cutlass. But yeah, but we have it so that we are allowed to use the broadsword once we kill all rocks, then I think that would be completely fine. Because 29 is not that much damage, really, to be honest. And if it's off, then we defeat all rocks, which is not going to be an easy fight, by the way. Then that's going to be something. We're not going to use the clock, by the way. Yeah, so now we're in the Colosseum. Are there spellcasting enemies here? No. And yes, at the same time. No and yes. I mean, no. Right, and there was a thing with, thinking that, oh, oh, we got 400, that's nice. Missed the pass. Oh, then I could have dropped there, okay. We can break this, of course, but we cannot get this yet. Unless this works. Nah. You might be able to actually mist-rise that with, or wolf-rise or whatever, right? Then that you would transform into mist and then you would transform into wolf. And then, keep doing that, keep alternating between those. Do we have enough time though? Yeah, we should have enough time for the boss fight, by the way. Maybe I should just allow this now. The lightning thing, which clearly is a magical spell. Although when you think about it, when you look at it that way, it kind of looks like it would be a gun, and then it has a trigger there, and then it has like a handguard or whatever on it or something like that. So it's a lightning gun, actually, that's what it is. Oh shit, there's like... Run! Lightning går nu. Hoho. Gleam glaps. This is so much better in English, this.
Who are you? Servants, come forth from the gates of hell!
Your blood.
It's Chris, right? It's a Chris voice actor.
Attack! Rid my castle of this pest!
I'm pretty certain that's actually Chris Black Redfield, like the one in Resident Evil 5. Which is the... what is it called? He's called Roger, right? Roger something. I forgot what his last name was. Alright, what am I doing? We're spellcasting, mother truckers. Oh, we got the soul still off. Right, please. I'm trying to find another soul steal at my win condition. Get another soul steal off. Well, I mean, do that as well, maybe that works. And then of course it opens it. We do have over 50 MP, so... Boom! Double soul steal all the time. I soon a pancake.
A Belmont for certain. So he says he's the lord of this castle.
Here's the thing, right? The thing in the original game makes more sense. The scent of your blood, you're a Belmont. Crush this flame who invades my castle. But it doesn't say that first, it says something else first. See, we did not even activate it here, but actually, let's go down and get the blood cloak. Even though it's not a spellcasting ward, by the way. We're just getting that to have it, but yeah. Now there is an argument that the Death Spirit would also be a spellcaster or whatever, right? Because, because for certain reasons. And I just want to kill this. This is just mostly for the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the num. So that's good. But because they're obviously not spellcasters, Minotaur and Werewolf. Right, so now we library card. And maybe we have time to go and get the bat. Yes, I'm pretty sure we will have time to go and get bat. Let's visit the shop first.
Young master Alucard. How about this? How about this?
10 library cards. Because he does intellect plus 2, that's intellect minus 5, that's intellect minus 10. That's just, so Silver Crown is just slightly stronger than what I'm currently having and stuff that, and regular circuit is just weaker and stuff that, but yeah. But keep in mind, most spellcasting items, by the way, are used, you know, most spellcasting items are used intelligence and no defense, right? Which is why the witch hat, or the witch, wizard hat, or whatever you call it, right? And that's why that is so good, because it also gives defense and stuff that, so yeah. Right, and that actually healed us for 28. That's good. Yeah, I forgot that actually makes it, it makes things very, very good, the whole, thing, but yeah. But I'm pretty certain that this technically is only the second part and stuff there, because yeah. I mean, we have been doing decent progress. We haven't been going the quickest or anything, but yeah. But I showed there that we can, like, if I can get better at input, right, like, and here's the thing, right, that I'm pretty certain that you can get them to join the boss room, that there is something you can do there and stuff that, because I think that thing is the value of how much XP they're worth or something like that. Because when you kill that boss, the enemies that are in there with him automatically dies or whatever. Unless you pass. Some money and solo bat. Now here's the thing, right, I would not allow Blackwing smashing for attacking purposes. So we try and avoid attacking as much as possible, of course. With the bat, Okay, everyone, this will do it for this recording session. I mean, we're almost at 2 hours almost, so that means that yeah, because the game timer is a bit slower than the real life timer and stuff like that. So yeah, so I mean, we've done quite a lot of stuff here, as you can see, and stuff like that. So Magician, Shining Run has gone pretty good. But eventually, of course, as I've said, like once our intelligence is good enough, then I have no choice but to only use spells, really, and then I will remove just whatever weapon we have there, and then it's just all spells, pretty much, at that point. And stuff that, so yeah, spells as much as possible, of course, and stuff like that, yeah. And of course, stuff like Fire of Bat will be allowed, for example, as a spell, especially if you combine it with the Familiar, because the Bat Familiar, actually, if we use it, will make sense as a proper Familiar, because Familiar is something that belongs to spellcasters generally and stuff like that, and the Bat kind of makes a lot of sense, because of the fact that if you transform into Bat and then you just do the fire thing, and that could be a stat also on certain bosses that are weak to fire, and stuff like that, so yeah. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll see you all next time!